Relationships involving significant age differences often come with their own unique dynamics, communication styles, and unspoken truths. Many younger women appreciate specific qualities and words from older men, though they might not openly share these feelings. This video will explore why certain compliments or statements resonate so deeply and what they reveal about the connection between emotional understanding, maturity, and confidence. From subtle words of encouragement to expressions of genuine intent, we'll uncover ways to foster meaningful communication and break down relationship stereotypes. Whether you're in such a relationship or simply curious about this intriguing topic, stick around as we shed light on things younger women secretly love to hear but would never openly admit. This might just change the way you approach meaningful connections with authenticity and respect. 1. You're more mature than most women I know. It's not just a compliment. It's an acknowledgement of her depth, poise, and individuality in a world that often overlooks the substance of youth in favor of stereotypes. For younger women who often find themselves fighting to be taken seriously, this kind of recognition can feel like a rare and meaningful validation of who they are. What makes this phrase so resonant is how it uniquely appeals to a younger woman's ego in the kindest, most thoughtful way. Maturity isn't something you can fake or fabricate easily. It has to shine through in the way someone speaks, decides, and carries themselves. When an older man takes the time to point this out, it almost feels like he's seeing beyond surface impressions. It's not about appearances or fleeting qualities. Instead, it's about acknowledging something fundamental and real about her character. This can be especially impactful because younger women so often grapple with being perceived as naive, unformed, or inexperienced. When someone sees her as more than her years, it feels like a quiet but meaningful rebuttal to those stereotypes. Beyond bolstering her self-esteem, this phrase strikes a chord because it contrasts sharply with the often superficial way younger women are treated, especially by men closer to their own age. Younger men, eager to impress or lacking the emotional awareness to connect on deeper levels, might focus on things like beauty or trends. Being told you're hot or fun might feel nice in the moment, but it lacks the weight of something more meaningful. Saying you're more mature than most women I know steps into entirely different territory. It values intelligence over image, substance over surface. This sets it apart and makes the compliment feel intentional and deeply grounded. However, it's important that a phrase like this doesn't feel generic or rehearsed. Compliments only take root when they come across as genuine. Following up with a specific observation about her behavior, choices, or worldview can make all the difference. For instance, something like, "I can tell by the way you think through decisions and how you express yourself that you have a real sense of clarity and wisdom," transforms the statement from an offhand remark into a well-considered sentiment. Suddenly, it's not just about calling her mature, but showing her exactly how that maturity shines in her actions. And for many younger women, maturity isn't just about how they see themselves, it's about how they want others to see them too. Her knowing that someone notices and values those qualities can provide a kind of reassurance that's hard to articulate, but incredibly powerful. It's as if, in a single phrase, she's being told, "I appreciate the person you are beneath it all, and I don't take that lightly." And that deepened moment of connection, she'll carry it with her far longer than she lets on. 2. You have an energy that ignites something special in me. There's something undeniably captivating about the words, "You have an energy that ignites something special in me." For younger women, especially when it comes from an older, confident man, this phrase does more than offer a compliment. It touches on admiration, mystery, and a deep emotional connection that resonates far more than surface-level flattery. Even if they'd never admit it, hearing words like this makes them feel special in a way that truly lingers. What makes this phrase so powerful is its balance. By combining admiration with an air of mystery, you're framing her as someone truly unique. You're telling her that there's an undeniable spark, something about her presence that stirs something extraordinary within you. But here's the key part: you don't define it too specifically. You leave enough unsaid to make her curious, to spark her own imagination about what something special truly means. That sense of mystery is magnetic. It elevates her in your eyes while keeping her intrigued about how deeply you feel her impact. Even more importantly, this phrase doesn't focus on superficial traits. It's not just about her looks or complimenting her in a way she's probably heard countless times before. Instead, it points to her energy. This taps into who she is as a person, not just how she looks. By highlighting her inner qualities, you're letting her know that you see her beyond the surface. Whether it's her smile, her presence, her sense of humor, or even the way she lights up a room, the effect she has on you is what makes her stand out. Younger women often crave this kind of validation. While they may receive plenty of compliments from peers, the recognition of their deeper qualities from someone older with more experience and confidence feels rare and incredibly meaningful. Now, the tender tone in which you deliver this matters as much as the words themselves. A calm and confident presence is what gives this phrase its emotional weight. Speaking it with sincerity, without rushing or overthinking, conveys authenticity. You're showing her that you're not trying to impress her or win her approval. You're simply stating how she makes you feel. When wrapped in this kind of vulnerability, the sentiment is hard to ignore and even harder to forget. Here's a tip to make it even better. Add a personal touch. Reference something specific about her without entirely solving the mystery. For instance, you might say, "I don't know if it's the way you laugh, the calm you bring, or how you light up when you talk about what you love, but it's impossible for me not to feel inspired when I'm with you." These little details demonstrate that you're paying attention to her in a way that goes beyond the surface, and they only deepen the connection. The beauty of this phrase lies in its simplicity. It isn't grandiose or rehearsed. It feels like a quiet realization, shared in the moment. And that's what makes it so impactful. By combining admiration, mystery, and a personal touch, you're giving her something more than a compliment. You're giving her the feeling of genuinely being seen and valued. Something she'll carry with her, even if she never admits it. 3. I like how authentic you are. That's rare these days. There's something deeply touching about the words, "I like how authentic you are." That's rare these days. It's a simple phrase, yet it has the power to uplift, reassure, and create a connection that feels genuine and meaningful. For younger women, hearing this from an older, self-assured man holds an even greater charm. It speaks not just to their personality, but to the core of who they are. And although they may not openly admit it, this kind of thoughtful recognition leaves an indelible mark. What makes this phrase stand out is the way it focuses entirely on her inner qualities. It's not about her outward appearance, something she's likely complimented on all the time. Instead, it zooms in on her authenticity, something much more rare and valuable. By saying this, you're telling her that you see beyond the surface. You notice her genuine nature, her honesty, and her ability to stay true to herself, which instantly sets her apart. This acknowledgement boosts her confidence in a way that feels grounding and real. After all, in a world where superficiality so often takes center stage, someone recognizing authenticity speaks volumes. For many younger women, hearing these words from someone older and experienced carries special weight. It's a reflection not just of her character, but also of your ability to recognize and appreciate the kind of depth that others may overlook. It subtly lets her know that she's unique, which appeals to the universal desire most people have, to be seen as one of a kind. And because life often pressures us to fit into molds, especially when navigating younger years, calling out her authenticity is a reminder that she doesn't have to be anything other than herself. That's both empowering and endearing. Delivering this phrase with tenderness and a calm, confident tone makes it all the more powerful. It's about saying it as if you've really paid attention and been moved by something she's done or said. This authenticity in your delivery mirrors the very quality you're praising, making the moment feel genuine and uncontrived. To heighten the impact, it helps to personalize the sentiment. Instead of stopping at, "I like how authentic you are," add something thoughtful and specific, like, "I notice how honest you are and how unafraid you are to show your true self." That's incredible and so rare. By pointing to the little things you've observed, you're proving that you truly mean what you're saying, and it makes the compliment feel tailor-made for her, something she won't forget anytime soon. You could even take it further by referencing a moment or quality unique to her. Maybe it's how she speaks her mind even when it's difficult, or how she handles situations with grace and integrity. Whatever detail you choose, it creates a sense of closeness and makes the admiration feel deeply personal. This phrase isn't flashy or grandiose because it doesn't need to be. Its beauty lies in its sincerity and depth. By focusing on her authenticity and framing it as something increasingly rare, you're giving her a compliment with weight. Beyond just making her smile, it reassures her that who she is at her core is enough. And that's a feeling she'll carry with her long after the moment has passed. 4. You have a sparkle in your eyes that's simply contagious. There's an undeniable magic in the compliment. You have a sparkle in your eyes that's simply contagious. It may sound straightforward, but the depth it holds can leave a lasting impression, especially when delivered with genuine warmth. Younger women, even if they might not openly admit it, are drawn to this kind of remark because it acknowledges something more profound than surface-level beauty. It reflects an ability to recognize the light that comes from within, a quality others often miss. What makes this phrase so memorable is that it shifts the focus from the physical to the personal. Yes, it mentions her eyes, but it isn't about their color or shape. Instead, it celebrates the unique spark they carry, a lively, vibrant energy that sets her apart. When you draw attention to something as subtle yet significant as the sparkle in her eyes, you're showing her that you see beyond the obvious, that you're tuned in to the kind of details most people overlook. This kind of observation makes her feel truly noticed, admired in a way that feels both special and deeply personal. The beauty of such a compliment lies in how it ties physical presence to emotion. You're not just saying, "I like your eyes." What you're really telling her is that her energy, her joy, and her spirit radiate outward and have an impact on the people around her. This recognition of her inner light, the personality that shines through her gaze, makes the compliment resonate on a much deeper level. And younger women, who often juggle a world of expectations and doubts, feel an undeniable confidence boost when someone sees and appreciates these little yet profound details. Delivering this compliment in a tender, calm, and unhurried way only strengthens its impact. It's important that it doesn't feel rehearsed or generic, but rather like a genuine thought you couldn't keep to yourself. Confidence in your tone makes her feel secure in the sincerity of your words. When combined with warmth and vulnerability, it creates a moment that feels deeply authentic. To take the compliment even further, adding a follow-up can elevate it from flattering to unforgettable. Something like, "When you look at someone, it's like you light up the entire room. It's something I don't see in anyone else." Makes the sentiment feel exclusive and genuine. You're not just noticing her. You're noticing how she changes the world around her. How the sparkle in her eyes isn't just a reflection but a force that draws people in and lifts them up. This is what makes the compliment feel irreplaceable and deeply personal. A powerful compliment like this is memorable because it captures the essence of who she is, not just how she looks. When you tell someone their sparkle is contagious, you're hinting at the joy and energy they bring to every interaction. You're saying they have a warmth, a charisma, and a light that makes the world brighter just by being in it. Those words do more than flatter. They give her a feeling of being truly understood and admired in a way that's as rare as the sparkle she carries. And the best part, that compliment, given with tenderness and authenticity, will live in her mind long after the moment has passed, reminding her that someone sees her for the radiant person she truly is. "You remind me how good it feels to enjoy the moment." The words, "You remind me how good it feels to enjoy the moment," carry a warmth and depth that can resonate deeply, especially when spoken with sincerity. To a younger woman, hearing this from an older man feels like more than just a compliment. It's an acknowledgement of her unique energy and the profound effect she has on those around her. It subtly ties her carefree spirit to something meaningful. And though she might not openly admit it, words like these stick with her long after they've been said. What makes this phrase so powerful is how it connects her youth with a sense of freedom and spontaneity. By saying this, you're letting her know that her presence does more than just brighten your day. It reminds you of the joy and simplicity of being present. You're telling her that she has the rare ability to inspire you to step out of the worries of the past or future and savor life as it unfolds. This kind of recognition of her vitality and carefree spark sets her apart, not just as someone you admire, but as someone whose energy you value deeply. At its heart, the compliment positions her as a positive force in your life. It's not just that she's fun or spontaneous, but that her energy has a way of bringing you back to what really matters. Perhaps it's her laughter, her curiosity, or the way she embraces small joys without hesitation. Whatever it is, it rekindles something in you. A renewed appreciation for the beauty of being present. Life can often become weighed down with responsibilities and routines, and a compliment like this lets her know that her enthusiasm for the moment doesn't just affect her. It inspires those around her, including you. The way you deliver this message is just as important as the words themselves. A tender, calm tone conveys your sincerity and ensures that this doesn't feel like a casual or rehearsed line, but rather a genuine reflection of how being around her makes you feel. Confidence in your delivery, paired with a sense of vulnerability, makes the compliment feel real and meaningful. To amplify the impact, a follow-up remark can help your words land even more deeply. Saying something like, "Your vibe reminds me how great it is to laugh, enjoy, and just let go of worries every now and then. It's inspiring," adds a layer of specificity that makes the compliment feel tailored to her. This shows her that you've noticed something unique about the way she approaches life, and it highlights her ability to shift your perspective in a significant way. By emphasizing her positive impact on you, you make her feel valued in a way that's both personal and profound. She's not just being noticed, she's being appreciated for something that not everyone gets to see. That feeling of being truly seen and understood is rare, which is why this compliment holds so much weight. When you tell someone that they remind you of how good it feels to enjoy the moment, you're making them feel like more than just beautiful or interesting. You're showing that their energy has changed you, that their presence has the power to make life richer, simpler, and more fulfilling. And for her, that's not just a compliment. It's a reflection of the incredible effect she has on the world around her. 6. Just being near you makes my mind start imagining things it probably shouldn't. The phrase, "Just being near you makes my mind start imagining things it probably shouldn't," is bold yet sophisticated, striking a balance between sensuality and charm that makes it utterly captivating. Delivered with the right tone and presence, these words can evoke a blend of curiosity, intrigue, and flattery that leaves a younger woman both mesmerized and eager to decode their meaning. Though she may never admit it aloud, a deeply crafted message like this touches on something irresistible, leaving a lasting impression she won't soon forget. What makes this phrase so potent is the tension it creates. It doesn't reveal everything outright but leaves just enough unsaid for her imagination to fill in the blanks. It hints at a thoughtfulness and depth of admiration for her that goes beyond the obvious, while also carrying a touch of playfulness. This duality is what makes it work so well. It's not crass or overly suggestive. Instead, it exudes sophistication, showing that her mere presence stirs something profound and uncontrollable within you. For her, this acknowledgement of the effect she has on you feels both thrilling and validating. At its core, this compliment demonstrates that her energy is powerful enough to make the world around her fade away. It's not about putting her on the spot or making her uncomfortable. It's about letting her know how profoundly she moves you without being too overt. By balancing sensuality with charm, you show that there's more to your admiration than fleeting attraction. Instead, there's an element of respect for the electrifying connection she evokes, whether through her laughter, the way her eyes light up, or the subtle confidence she carries with her. The way you deliver this line changes everything. To maximize its impact, your words should be paired with calm, direct eye contact, and the slightest trace of a playful smile. These unspoken gestures add layers to the compliment, making it feel deeply personal and unique to her. Pausing slightly before finishing the sentence heightens the suspense, drawing her into the moment and making her more attuned to every word you say. It imbues the interaction with an air of intimacy, as if this is a secret meant just for the two of you. Following up with a carefully chosen remark solidifies the effect. For example, you might say, "It's impossible not to think about how it would feel if it were just the two of us, completely at ease with no one else around." This continuation doesn't just invoke imagery, it creates a shared moment of fantasy, inviting her to picture the connection you're building together. Delivered in a soft, lower tone, this follow-up amplifies the intimacy of the exchange while retaining its sophistication. It signals confidence without arrogance, leaving her intrigued and subtly flattered. This kind of compliment works because it's as much about her inner allure as it is about her outward charm. You're not just saying she's physically attractive. You're highlighting the unique way she captivates your mind and stirs your imagination in ways you can't fully control. That complexity of thought and emotion stands out, especially in a world where compliments often lean towards simplicity or cliché. When delivered with tenderness, tact, and just the right amount of mischief, Just being near you makes my mind start imagining things it probably shouldn't, becomes more than a statement. It becomes a moment she'll replay in her mind, savoring the sentiment and the way it made her feel seen, admired, and entirely unforgettable.